Alright, so in this box is a OnePlus 7 Pro. So this phone came out in 2019, and honestly it might be the best phone OnePlus has ever come out with. It's got a 1440p AMOLED display that it runs at 90 Hz, which is pretty awesome. And that display goes completely edge to edge. There's no cutout for the camera, and that's because the front camera is actually a motorized pop-up camera, which I'm really excited to check out. Now this phone also has the Snapdragon 855 inside, and it came in 128GB or 256GB. This one is actually the 256GB version. I'm not sure if this one has 8 gigs of RAM or if it has 12 gigs of RAM. It also has a 48 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel telephoto, which is 3x, and a 16 megapixel ultra wide, and it can record up to 4K 60. And the motorized front camera is 16 megapixels. So back in 2019, this was basically top of the line. It even has an under-screen fingerprint reader. Oh, and I forgot to mention the battery. It's 4,000 milliamp hours, and it can charge 30 watts wired. So yeah, so I'm very excited to take a look at this. Let's just open it up. Alright, so I'm opening the box. I paid about $150 for this. So here's the phone itself. Got the Nebula Blue, which does look beautiful. I haven't even taken it out of the bubble wrap yet. Get paid for recycling your old broken electronics. Get a quote on our website by scanning the QR code or by going to smartphonesplus.com. Nah, we ain't doing that. We're just gonna... that. Alright, so here it is. This is the OnePlus 7 Pro. No cutout up at the top. You got the curved sides, which I'm really a fan of. I know a lot of people complain about the curved glass on the sides of phones, but I actually like them. But yeah, taking a look around the device, it's quite scratched. It's not in perfect condition, especially around the sides, but overall, it does look good, and I really like this color. Phones in 2019 with the colors, 2019 was probably the best year for phones, let's be real. So you got your USB-C right here, you got your SIM card tray, a microphone, I guess another microphone, and a speaker hole. On this side, you got the power button and the alert slider, actually, which OnePlus is famous for. And I think on the OnePlus 15, they just replaced it with a button to be more like the iPhone, which is like why, but whatever. Here at the top you got another microphone, and there's the motorized pop-up camera, which I'm very excited for. This side you got your volume up and down, and on the back you got your triple cameras, LED flash, and on the front you got that big 1440p 90Hz AMOLED screen that's completely uninterrupted. So let's turn it on. I don't know what version of Android this is running. I'm gonna assume it's running Android 12, but we'll see. Alright, and there we are. It says hello. I'm gonna hit start. Alright, I was examining the screen off camera. It does have slight burn-in. I saw the little fingerprint icon down here, but yeah. Also, I think that the oleophobic coating on the screen is kind of worn down because it's definitely not staying clean. Alright, so we're going to try to set up the fingerprint scanner. So it does work. It is an optical fingerprint reader. Alright, so we're ready. We're gonna hit start. Here we are on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Oh wow, so this is actually Android 11, I think. I don't think this is running Android 12. Yep, Android 11. Let's see the Easter egg. There we go. Cool, so that's actually nice because I'm not really a fan of Android 12 on OnePlus phones. Let's try the alert slider. Vibrate, ring. So yeah, so that does work. Very cool. But let's try out the pop-up camera. I'm gonna go into the camera app. Moment of truth right now. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Alright, so let's take a few photos. Alright, so here's a video being recorded on the OnePlus 7 Pro. I believe only the main camera can do it because I can't go to the ultra-wide or the telephoto. But you can zoom all the way up to 10x while recording. That's cool. Here's my hand. Here's my iPhone. Alright, so you can be the judge of those photos and videos. But yeah, let's see if we can load up a YouTube video on here. See that beautiful edge-to-edge screen without any interruptions. There's a problem with the server. That probably needs to be updated. Alright, so the YouTube app updated. However, whenever I open it, it just crashes. So, let's see if we can fix it. Go here, clear storage, see if that'll work. Nope, still crashing. Alright, so we got YouTube open. Excellent, good, average, poor, a mysterious fifth option. What is it even asking me? Please rate your ads experience with YouTube recently. Go away. Alright, let's see if we can get 4K on here. Quality, advanced. Yes, 4K, 60 HDR, zoom to fill, and there it is. Uninterrupted screen. Oh, dropped frames a little bit there. Let's turn up the volume. Is it stereo speakers? Yeah, it is stereo speakers. Yeah, this display looks stunning. Speakers sound pretty good too. So yeah, so this phone handles YouTube pretty great. The screen is absolutely stunning. Again, without any sort of interruption, no hole punch, or anything like that. Yeah, it just looks great. But yeah, one thing that is kind of annoying me about this one is the oleophobic coating being gone. Alright, so this phone also has face unlock, which I just set up. So if I hit the power button and I swipe up, see the camera pops out? So I have to kind of stand over the camera here, but yeah, very quick face unlock. Cool. But yeah, let's load up Chrome and see how web browsing is on here. Let's go to apple.com. And yeah, web browsing is just fine on here. Phone's not really that old, so I don't really expect it to be bad. But yeah, smooth, running just fine at 90 Hertz. But yeah, so let's try split screening something. And you know, this is Android, so you can do split screen multitasking. So you can have, you know, an app on the top and an app on the bottom. Alright, so let's go into the Play Store and see what kind of apps we can get on here. Verify my age to continue. Come on, man. Are you serious right now? Alright, man. Alright, so I'm just going to use Aurora Store because it'll let me download apps without having to send Google a picture of my driver's license. Alright, so I've installed some apps. Installed Twitter, Reddit, Roblox for gaming, and we're going to actually use Dolphin Emulator to test emulation. So let's open up Twitter. Or X, sorry. Alright, so I can't actually log into Twitter because I keep getting an error. So I assume that that's because I didn't download it from the Play Store. So I guess we're not going to be trying out Twitter. Let's try Reddit. Alright, so Reddit let me log in. I'm on the OnePlus subreddit now. And yeah, we can look at posts just fine. No real issues there. Animation is not exactly smooth. It's very frame droppy. And yeah, this post right here basically sums up my entire experience with OnePlus phones. I've given them multiple shots, but every single time I get this issue where I don't get notifications from apps. And to me, that's kind of like the whole point of a phone is like it's a notification machine. So I always end up having to return them because they don't get notifications. Very frustrating. Anyway, let's test out some gaming with Roblox. Ooh, we got a gaming mode. Alright, so this phone actually has a gaming mode. If you swipe down the top right, got a pro gaming mode. You have notifications. You can block those. You have mistouch prevention, screen recording, rewind recording, and system status. Oh, it shows you the FPS and everything. I like that. I'm going to leave that on. Alright, so we're going to play Natural Disaster Survival again. Alright, and so far it seems to be running just fine. Yeah, so it says we're getting about 58 frames a second. So we just got to wait till we can get into a game. But again, with this display with no cutouts, it's just super nice. Oh, the keyboard floats. That's interesting. Alright, so we're about to get into a game. Alright, so we're in a game. I think this is the same map as last time. But yeah, it's basically running at 60 frames a second. We'll wait till the disaster happens and then see what happens. Tornado. Alright. Whoa. But yeah, I'm not seeing really any frame drops like we saw on the iPhone 10. Although that phone is older, so that makes sense. Oh, I almost ran off the edge. Yeah, this is easy. Oh. Alright, so I survived. Yeah, game ran fine. Smooth 60 frames a second the whole time. Alright, so let's actually test out emulation, and I want to test out Wii. Let's load up Dolphin. I'm gonna have to put a ROM on here. Alright, so we got New Super Mario Bros. Wii on here. It's gonna be not fun with touchscreen, but whatever. Wow! Touchscreen controls are the worst. Yeah. Alright, so I've grabbed a backbone controller. We're gonna use this because I hate touchscreen controls. Alright, so I set up the controller. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, you gotta shake it to spin. Oops. So it's not running completely smooth. There's a little bit of like it stutters a little bit. And also, it feels like there's a little bit of a delay. And yeah, right there, it definitely slowed down. Yeah, it's not the best experience. Yeah. So yeah, so it can handle Wii emulation. It doesn't do it the best, but it can handle it. So yeah, so that's basically it for the OnePlus 7 Pro. It works just fine. You know, if you had to use this today, it would be perfectly usable. You know, and it still has one of the most beautiful screens I've ever seen in a phone. So, and yeah, this pop-up camera is still super awesome. Yeah, come on. You can't tell me that that's not cool. So yeah, so that's basically it. Phone's perfectly usable today. And yeah.